Okay, so yesterday, let's have a short recap. What did we discuss yesterday? Who can still remember? Yes. Okay, we converted fractions to decimals. Okay, so we are converting everything na decimals to fractions and vice versa. And yung last part, we also, yung sa number line, we also plotted, right, our irrational numbers. So I hope you still remember all of the lessons that we discussed yesterday. Okay? So for today class, we will be comparing and ordering numbers, properties of operations on real numbers, and order of operations. So we will just try to finish until maybe properties, but if we can start with order of operations, that would be much better para um, mas makapractice pa tayo later on. Okay, so let's start. Ay, okay. Sige, dito tayo mag-start. O, saan dito? Which is the correct answer between the two? Okay, so we have two answers here. And saan yung tingin ninyo na tama dito sa dalawa?
Nine.
The one on the right.
Okay, so some says sa right, some says yung 9. Okay, sige. So let's
One.
try to let's try to see what is happening here. So, how did we get 9? Ano ba yung pagka-answer niya? 6 divided by 2 times 1 plus 2. So, ano yung, diba, left to right tayo. So, if we're going to translate this one, so, para siyang 6 divided by 2 times, and then you have 2 plus 1, 3. And then, you have 6 divided by 2. Wait lang. 6 times 3 na siya, no? And then you have 6 divided by 2 is 3. Wait, sorry. 3 times 3 and then you will get 9. Okay? So, dito sa kabila, anong ginawa? So, you have 6 divided by 2. Ay, 6 divided by 2 times 1 plus 2. So, ano nangyari dito? You have 6 divided by 2 times 3. And then, ginawa niya 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. So, this is the process. So, looking at the different solutions, which do you think is correct? Okay, di ba the left one? Kasi after, we still followed PEMDAS, right? Because we first added the number inside the parenthesis, but we have to follow the operations from left to right. Okay, so left to right tayo. So nakita na kasi natin na 6 divided by 2 times 3. So, uunahin talaga natin yung ating division dito before we will multiply. Okay? So, yan siya. Now, you might be wondering, ma'am, so meaning sa calculator, um, tawag nito, sa calculator is not always right. Okay. So, the reason for this is you have to use the calculator properly then. So, you have to explicitly write a multiplication sign here so that it will, or the answer will be correct. Okay? So, yan siya ha. Be careful when you use your calculators next time kasi nga baka parehas dito, you are using the calculator so confident ka na sa answer mo kasi nag-calculator ka na nga, di ba? Pero in reality, hindi pa rin pala na-follow yung JAMDAS kasi hindi proper yung pagkagamit ng calculator. Okay, so very specific ang calculator dito. Sometimes nag-error yan siya pag walang multiplication sign dito. Okay? So, yan siya. Yes, you may, Corinne. Okay, so now let's talk about our objective. So, diba, this particular problem, before we proceed to the objectives, this particular problem parang sparks questions kasi nga, 'di ba, you see a lot of this in social media sometimes na ano ba yung tamang answer dito, and then some people argue na ito nga yung tama yung sa left, sometimes some people argue that it's the right side. So it's important that we have a certain set of rules to follow so that there is a universal answer to every question, mathematical question that we encounter. Okay? And that is our goal for today. So for our objectives, we have three for today. First one is we will graph real numbers on the number line and compare values. We actually did this one yesterday, no, but only for irrational numbers. Today, we will include mga integers, yan siya, and the other numbers, real numbers. Next is we state and apply properties of operations on real numbers. Actually, majority of this one we have discussed already last time, but we will reiterate them because we will be transitioning na sa solving, sa actual solving. And it's important that we know and we master these properties. And finally, we simplify numerical expressions using the rules of four order of operations or GEMDAS. So, sino dito sa grade school, kinalakihan is PEMDAS? Sige daw, type 2. Okay, so, but are you familiar with GEMDAS then? I hope you are familiar, no? Okay. So, sige lang. We will differentiate the two. Ano ba yung pinagkaiba talaga ng PEMDAS and GEMDAS din later so that we don't get confused later on when we encounter these terms. Okay, so let's compare values of any two numbers first. So, um, because plotting numbers on the number line make it easier to compare values. Because, di ba, visually, makikita mo na, for example, you have your number line here. You have your origin 0, and then you have 5 and negative 3. Okay, this is not drawn to scale. So, dito pala, makikita na natin agad visually that 5 is greater than negative 3 because of its arrangement on the number line. So, yan yung gagawin natin. Okay, now, we have here a number line with 0 as the origin, 1, a certain value b, and a certain value a. Now, let's try to determine its sign, no, the sign of these integers or these numbers based on the presented number line here on screen. So, we will go one by one for this one. So, let's start with number 1. For A, ano yung sign nito? Okay, negative, right? Very good. It's negative because it's to the left of your origin 0. Correct. How about B? Positive. Okay, positive, very good because it's to the right of your origin. So, yung ating 0, yan yung parang baseline natin or borderline sa positive at sa negative. Very good. How about A minus 1? Okay, still negative, no? Negative na kasi si A, tapos we move further left, so that's negative pa talaga. How about 1 minus A? Okay, so the distance matters ha. 1 minus A, what would you say? Okay, it's positive. Since 1 is or has a longer distance, no, or length compared to A, then 1 minus A will be somewhere here. Okay, so it's positive. How about A minus B? A minus B. Okay, so it's negative. Okay, negative yung ating answer, correct? Because of the minus. Okay, so babawasan lang natin siya further, so mas magpupunta pa siya sa left side. But how about B minus A? Okay, so positive na naman siya. Very good, no? Kasi konti lang yung A na mababawas kay B, so it will end somewhere here. How about A plus B? Okay, A plus B, it will still be positive. Okay, so even if A is negative, but since it's shorter than B, then it will still go somewhere here sa positive side. Okay, how about A times B? Okay, very good. Positive times negative is negative. So, negative yung kanyang sign. How about 1 minus B? right? Negative yan siya, no? So this is 1 and B is longer, so it will end somewhere here sa negative end. How about B minus 1? Okay, positive. Very good. Do we have any questions? Okay, so dito pa lang, no, even if we have no values, actual values yet, we are already able to determine the arrangement of the numbers, no, sa number line natin and its corresponding sign. So very good. Let's go to the next one. We have the real number line. So the real number line is an infinite straight line. So we've been drawing this one that allows us to visually represent real numbers by associating them with points on the line. So here in our figure, we have in figure 1, 3 is the coordinate of point P. Okay, so we have some terms now para familiar tayo. So the very familiar one is the origin. So we've been talking about this one since before. The origin is our 0. Okay, so it separates our positive and negative end in the number line. So take note that when we go further to the left, we explore the negative numbers. And when we go further to the right of the origin, when we explore the positive real numbers. Okay? And take note that we're not limited to integers. I've already said this one before because we have numbers pa no, in the middle of your integers. So that includes your decimals, your fractions, even irrational numbers as shown yesterday. Yan. So also take note that the distance between two numbers no sa number line mo is called unit. So ang separation or ang distance is 1 unit for this particular number line. But we are not limited to writing 1 unit distances sa ating number line. Pwede mo siya, pag sobrang laki na kailangan mong i-plot, baka by 5 yung paglagay mo. So, pwede rin yun siya. So, ang ating distances will be 5 units per number. Okay? And we have what we call as coordinate. So, the coordinate is are the points that we usually plot on the number line. In this case, we have coordinate P, okay, and referring to number 3 kasi nandito siya sa 3, okay? Plus, later on, when you plot numbers on the number line, I want it to be on the number line just like this one, like point P, na nandito talaga siya. Huwag niyo ilagay sa taas, huwag ilagay sa baba. Dito talaga on the number line, okay? Para clear lang siya and ma-separate siya doon sa mga mga lines natin, sa units natin, gawin niyo lang malaki yung circle para clear siya. Okay? So, yan. Now, let's compare numbers. So, when we compare the value of any two numbers, the larger number lies to the right of the smaller number on the number line. So, makita na yan siya dito, no? So, the further it is to the left, the smaller is its value compared to those to the right on the number line. Ayan. Okay? I think we are ready to plot numbers in a short while. But before that, let's talk about the trichotomy property. Okay, so take note of this one, ha? Trichotomy property. Sabi sa trichotomy property, when we compare real numbers daw A and B, so you have real numbers A and B, only one of the three possibilities is true. It's either you can say A is greater than B, or pwede mo rin sabihin na A is equal to B, or A is less than B. So, only one is true. Okay, so let's put this one into context. Let's say, as shown in the example, let's say we have 7 and 3. Okay? So, ano yung tama na symbol dito? Greater than, equal, or less than? Okay, chat your answer. Okay, greater than. No? Very good. So, greater than si 7 kay 3. And we can never say that 7 is equal to 3 or 7 is less than 3. So, that proves our trichotomy property na only one of the three possibilities will be true. So, yan po yung point ng ating trichotomy property. Do you understand? So, if you say that 7 is greater than 3, hindi mo na pwedeng sabihin the 7 is equal to 3 or 7 is less than 3. That's trichotomy property. Understood? Type 2 if you have no questions, please. And you understood so far? Okay, thank you. Sige, let's proceed to the next one. So, real numbers also can represent real-life situations, so such as deficit, temperature, bank deposit, and withdrawal. So, these are some terms, no? So, sometimes, later kasi we may encounter word problems that may indicate signs, okay? So, these are some of the terms that you may encounter for positive and negative. Actually, madami pa dito sa SG. So, pinutol ko lang siya hanggang dito para magkasya siya sa slide natin. So, you can explore more terms doon sa ating SG in K-Hub. Okay? So, we have, for positive terms, we have above, ascend, paakyat yan, bonus, climb, credit, deposit, earn, elevation, gain, increase. So, yan yung ating mga positive terms. So, pag sinabi the elevation of the ano ba, the elevation of the man is ganyan. 'Di ba kasi meron tayong exploration of the number line last time na yung may parachute siya. Yan. So, elevation. Okay. This is recorded anyway, so you can review the recording later on. Okay, so for negative naman, we have the following terms. We have below, charge, cost, debit, debt. Ayan. Decrease, descend, dive, down, and fee. So, yan siya. Later on lang, at least when we encounter these terms, we associate them with the negative sign. Right? Sige. So, let's practice to express each situation as a real number. So, plus or minus, and then real number. Sige, let's start with number 1. A deposit of 234 pesos and 50 centavos. How would we kindly type your answers? Okay, deposit is a positive. So deposit, so positive 234.50. Okay, very good. Thank you to those who answered. Sige, so how about a charge of 500? Na-charge ka ng 500. Ayan, negative 500. How about losing 25 pounds? Negative 25. A withdrawal of 1,500. Okay. Negative 1,500. Very good. Okay, so yan yung ating application. So, at least now we become acquainted. Now, let's try to compare them, compare numbers now. So, determine which is larger between the two. So, in number 1, negative 3 and 6, what is larger? Okay, you have 6. Very good. How about 25 over 8 and 17 over 5? Okay, your answer is 17 over 5. And that is, how did you check? Anong ginawa ninyo? You converted it to a mixed number, or you converted it to decimal. You can do that as well. You divided. Okay, so pwede nyo siya i-convert to decimal. So, sige, if i-decimal natin, what is 25 over 8? Or mix, kahit mixed number. 3 and 1/8. How about the other one? 3 and 2/5. Okay? So, 3 and 2/5. So, ano yung larger dito sa 1/8 and sa 2/5? Ito 3.4. Ito naman 3.3. 0.125. No, so the larger one is 17 over 5. Okay? So meron din nagsabi na cross multiply. You can also do that one. So there are many ways, no, to compare these values. So you can convert to decimal, mixed number. So whatever method you have, pwede siyang gawin. Basta ma-compare yung value, especially pag fraction. Or kung gusto niya naka-fraction form pa rin, you just find the LCD of these two numbers, and then you make them into similar fractions so that you can really compare their value. So that's another option. Okay? Sige, let's proceed. Okay, let's practice another practice. Let's plot these numbers on the number line. So let's draw a number line and let's write an origin. Okay. So sabi dito, point A corresponds to the greatest prime number integer between 4 and 9. Sige, so you determine what number that is. Okay, 7. Okay, correct. So we will plot here as plot this point as point A. Okay? Next, point B is 4.5 units to the left of point A. So ano yan siya? Okay, so 2.5 ang sabi ninyo. So you have 4.5 units. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 0.5. So dito yung kalahati. So this one is point B. Very good. Next, point C corresponds to the additive inverse of the number that corresponds to point B. So ano yan siya? Negative 2.5. So let's add the negative numbers. So saan ko siya ilagay? Between what numbers? Between what numbers should I add negative 2.5? Okay, very good. So, dito siya banda ha. Kasi baka yung iba ang isagot dito sa gitna na negative 1 and negative 2. That is wrong. So, dito po yung ating negative 2.5 point C. Point D tayo. Corresponds to the 1/2 of the sum of the coordinates of A and B. So, A and B divided by 2. Okay, what's your answer? I'll wait for more answers. 1/2 of the sum of A and B. So take note, A is 7, B is 2.5. So what's the sum? 9.5. Ano ang half nito? 4.75. So we can plot it somewhere here. This is point D. Okay? Last one. The coordinate of E is neither positive nor negative. So what is that? Okay, very good. It's 0. So you plot it here. Okay? Any questions? Okay, let's proceed. There are no more questions. Okay, let's go to the properties of operations on real numbers. Again, we have discussed this one last time. So, I hope this will be easier na ngayon or ma-reiterate, ma-refresh na tayo nito kasi nga na-discuss na natin to last time, no? May mga konti lang na nadagdag. Okay. So, let's first talk about counter examples. Okay, so what are counter examples? Okay, so when we say counter example, let's say sinabi natin yung trichotomy property. Ay, wait lang. Wait na lang. For example, sabihin natin na um, example, we say na there are two even prime numbers. Is that true? So you can, pwede mo siya i-disprove by giving a counter example. So, it's not true kasi pag even prime number, for example, ma-prove mo siya by 2. Yan. Pero meron pa bang ibang even na prime number? So, yan siya. Or there are many even prime numbers. So, yan. So, ma-disprove mo siya by giving an example like 4. 4 is, or 4 is an even number but it's not prime. So, yan. That's an example of a counter-example. So, it's like disproving a particular statement by giving examples. Okay? Sige. So, let's start. Let's start with closure property. Okay, so sabi dito, any real numbers A and B are closed, meaning yung result niya is still part of the real number after you perform a particular operation. So, that's closure property. So, sabi dito, it's closed under addition and multiplication. So, very specific siya ha, for addition and multiplication. That is, yan, so if we add A and B, okay, so it will be an element. Remember the symbol is an element of the set of real numbers. And the sum of your A and B is also an element of the set of real numbers. And same is true for multiplication. So, yan siya. Meron tayong mga examples dito. Ano yung mga counter example natin? Ano yung pwede natin i-counter example? Not, this one is already parang established, no? But, um, for other operations, what can be used as a counter example? Example, what is something na pag i-divide natin sa isang real number, hindi na siya real number yung result. Okay, 0. So, 5 divided by 0, di ba we say it's undefined? Okay? So, meaning, the closure property is not closed under the division operation. Okay? Kasi nga, if meron kang i-divide, 5 is a real number, 0 is a real number, but the result is not a real number. So, that's a counterexample. Okay? But the point of closure property is that whenever we add numbers, real numbers, the result is still a real number. Whenever we multiply real numbers, the result is still a real number. Do you understand? Okay. Type 1 if you're still following. No questions. Okay, thank you. Sige. So, that's closure property. Yan. So, ito na yung sinabi ko na if we divide something with 0, it becomes undefined, so it's not closed under that particular operation. Okay, let's go to commutative property of um, addition and multiplication. So, ito na yung sinabi natin, no, that commutative property is commute. There's movement. So, if you look at the, if you focus yourself here sa car, so yan, may movement tayo na ginawa. So, parang ganyan din yung numbers natin. They are moving, but the result is still the same. Okay? And this also applies for multiplication. But is the commutative property closed, or, sorry, is the commutative property applicable for subtraction? Do we get the same result if we change their order? No. Okay, alam natin na hindi, no? So, commutative property is not applicable for subtraction and also for division. Okay, so only for addition and multiplication ating commutative property. Okay. Next, associative property. So, we already know this one. It's just the change in the grouping. So, if we group A and B and we add C, the result is the same if we group B and C and we add A. Okay, so yan, same lang siya. And same goes for multiplication. Na-discuss na natin ito, so I will not, parang I'll just focus on ano yung parang ano niya, special na property na unique sa kanya. Okay, next. Yan, so paiba-iba siya ng group. Next, we have our distributive property. So sabi natin dito, for any real numbers A and B and C, so you have your A here, and then i-distribute mo siya kay B and C. So ito na yung example ko last time, yung about siblings, same sa inyong magkakapatid. So, same din dito, yung A natin, na-distribute siya kay B and C, and the operation plus still remains the same. So, for example, you have 2 here, then you have negative 3 and 5. Yan. So, you just distribute 2. Okay? But remember, you are multiplying. Whenever you distribute, multiply siya, but the operation between the numbers after multiplication is addition. Okay? Yan. So, we already did this one, and we answered that one already last time. Okay, bakit bumalik? Okay. So, next is identity property. We already discussed this one as well last time. So, it's like looking at a mirror, no? So, dapat the result is itself. So, sabi natin na when we add numbers, so ang kanyang mirror, quote-unquote mirror, is 0. Kasi when we add a number with 0, the result is itself. Yan. So, 0 plus 7 is 7, negative 12 plus 0 is negative 12, and negative 6. So, for multiplication naman, the multiplicative identity tells us that if we multiply any number with 0, the result is itself. So, the quote-unquote mirror of your multiplication is 1. Yan. So, it results to itself. Okay? Sige. Now, we have inverse property. So, we have additive and multiplicative inverse. So, for additive inverse, na-discuss na rin natin to last time na pag i-add natin yung opposites of numbers, the result is 0. I think yung multiplicative inverse yung hindi natin na-discuss last time. So, for multiplicative inverse class, if you multiply a number with, what do you call this one? Starts with an R. How do we call this? Okay. When we multiply a number, thank you, very good. When we multiply a number with a reciprocal, with its specific reciprocal, the result is 1. Okay, so yan po yung ating property. Okay, next. So, multiplication property of 0, we are already discussed this one, that any number multiplied with 0, the result is 0. Okay, practice tayo. Sige, recap lang ito kasi na gawa na to last time. What property is shown here? No need to type property, just type the specific name. Correct. It's associative property. So, remember, the groupings, ang groupings yung nag-change sa kanya. Una, 17 and 25 yung regroup. Next, 25 and 5. Okay, next. What property is applied? Okay, we have the commutative property. So, there is movement in the order of the numbers. So, commutative property. Very good. Next. The correct answer is associative property. So, you have to check kung distribution, dapat may multiplication na na-involved. So, sa associative property, groupings lang po tayo. So, unang gigroup ang 2 and 6. Next is negative 10 and 2. Okay? So, associative property. Next one. Looking at the mirror, ano yun? Okay? What specific identity? Dalawa yun siya. Hindi identity ang mirror ha, parang ano lang yun siya, connection lang yun siya para mas madali ma-remember. Additive identity, okay, because we are adding. Okay, thank you. Next, how about this one? Look at what happened. Examine it properly. Okay, very good. It's the distributive property. So we have negative 4 being distributed to our numbers inside the parentheses. Okay? So take note ha, for associative and distributive, ito kasi yung parang ma-confuse yung iba. So may distinct difference siya. For associative property, you have a plus sign outside the grouping. Unlike distributive na wala na siyang sign because it indicates that you are multiplying that number outside the parentheses to the numbers inside. Is that clear? Okay, so check the signs always. Pag walang sign, meaning multiplication, distributive. Pag may addition or subtraction, associative property. Pero dapat hindi siya subtraction, addition to siya most of the time. Okay? Yes. So, one is adding. Oh, you're adding three numbers. I-group lang siya. Sa distributive, you are multiplying one number to the other two numbers. Okay? So, yan yung distinction niya. Okay. Sige. Let's skip this one for now. I'll leave this one as your activity at home. Sige, I will also give this one as an activity at home na lang din later on. Okay, so order of operations na tayo. So, para makapractice tayo dahan-dahan ng order of operations, especially tomorrow. Tomorrow, order of operations lang ang nakaschedule. So, if we're able to finish this one today, we will just have puro practice na lang tayo tomorrow. Okay? So, let's start order of operations. Sige, I will give you maybe 3 minutes to think muna. So, I want you to use numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 para ilagay dito sa mga boxes. Okay? And there are operations. So, sabi dito, when you fill in the blanks with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each number should only be used once. So, bawal mag-repeat yung numbers. The result should be 1. And dito sa kabila, sa second problem, it's 0. So, I will give you maybe 3 minutes to think about the answer. And when I get back, we will answer, or you just type your answer if you have one. Tapos i-check natin mamaya. Okay? So, 3 minutes starts now. Any answers? Anyone? I don't see any answers yet. Okay. Sige, I see 2 answers. Sige, let's try them. So, sabi dito, 1 times 2 plus 5 minus 3 divided by 4. Okay? If you're going to answer next time, pwede na yung order of the numbers na lang para hindi kayo mahirapan. Okay? So, 1, 2, 5, 3, and 4. Sige, let's try this one. So, let's follow the rules of operation, ha? So, first, we multiply. Wait lang. Sulat na natin. 1 times 2 plus 5 minus 3 divided by 4. So, you have 1 times 2 gives us 2 plus 5 minus 3 divided by 4. So, 2 plus 5 is 7 minus 3 divided by 4. 7 minus 3 is 4 divided by 4. The result is 1. So, very good. This is the correct order. Actually, class, I think there's more than one answer here. Try na natin yung ano. Baka pwede rin yung isa. So, you have 4 times 1 plus 3 minus 2 divided by 5. Try natin ha. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3 minus 2 divided by 5. 4 plus 3 is 7 minus 2 divided by 5. 7 minus 2 is 5 divided by 5. It's equal to 1. Okay, so this is what I'm saying now, that there is more than one answer to the question. So both are correct. So very good. For number 2, I will erase this one muna ha. For number 2, let's try ano yung mga answers nyo. You have 5, 3, 1, 4, and 2. Sige, let's test. 5 plus 3 times 1 divided by 4 minus 2. Okay? 5, anong unahin natin? Multiplication. So, 5 plus 3 divided by 4 minus 2. Next is the grouping. 8 divided by 4 minus 2. So, 8 divided by 4 is 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. This is correct. Very good. Meron pa bang ibang order? We have 3 plus 1 times 5 divided by 2 minus 4 equals to 0. Okay, so let's try. Let's multiply first. 3 plus 1, plus 1 times 5 is 5, divided by 2 minus 4. 3 plus 5 is 8, divided by 2 minus 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4, minus 4 equals to 0. Okay, very good. Sige. Okay, so I think, alright, so these are the answers that you've given. Very good. So you've shown now that there is more than one way to arrange our numbers and you still get the correct answer. Very good. Well done. Next. Okay, so let's talk about order of operations. So take note that operations are the procedures we perform with real numbers. So we have four basic operations now. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So if in a single arithmetic expression, there is more than one operation used, so the answer is affected by the order in which the operations is performed. That is why we need to follow a set of rules so that the result will be the same. So, kasi diba sinasabi nila that math is a universal language. So, kahit sa ang part ng world ka pumunta, yung math is the same. So, that's why it's very important that we have these set of rules so that pag isolve natin siya dito, same pa rin siya pagka-solve kahit na kung sino man yung mag-solve later on. So, we have what we call as the GEMDAS, which stands for, G is for the grouping symbol, E is for exponent, M/D, giline ko siya, is multiplication and division, and A and S stands for addition and subtraction. So take note that multiplication and division and addition and subtraction should be done from left to right. Okay, so from left to right yan siya. So that is GEMDAS. Okay, now I've asked earlier if you have encountered PEMDAS when you were in grade school. So let's differentiate PEMDAS. So sa PEMDAS kasi, di ba, P stands for parenthesis. And when we have parenthesis class, ang meaning lang yan is we are limiting the grouping symbols that we can use. So sabi kasi dito, grouping symbol. Pag grouping symbol class, mas marami siya. It's encompassing. Pwede parenthesis. Ano pa yung ibang grouping symbols class? Sige daw. Okay, meron tayong brackets, meron tayong braces, 'di ba? So marami tayong grouping symbols na pwedeng gamitin. So yan siya. Okay? So that's the difference of the two. It's just that we're adding more grouping symbols with GEMDAS compared to PEMDAS na parenthesis lang yung indicated dito. Okay, so let's practice. We have 8 minus 2 plus negative 9 minus negative 5. So, plus and minus muna tayo. So, let's try 8 minus 2 plus negative 9 minus negative 5. So, sabi natin, pag addition and subtraction, we do it from left to right. So, let's do that one. This is how I would like you to answer problems like this one. Since this is an expression, hindi pa siya equation. Kasi wala pang equal sign dito sa gilid, no? So, after you write your expression, sa baba, you write an equal sign to the left side, just like this one, and you continue your solution. So, ano tayo? Vertical yung ating solution, wag po pa horizontal. I think you're more used to horizontal in grade school. So, mas organized kasi tignan if pa-vertical tayo. No? Since we're in high school, this is how we will do our solutions para organize yung ating solution. Okay, so let's start. So, from left to right, 8 minus 2 is, pakitype ng answer. 8 minus 2. 8 minus 2 muna. 6 plus, and then you copy the rest, plus negative 9 minus negative 5. Okay? So you have 6 plus negative 9. What's the result? Okay, negative 3. Then you have to subtract that with negative 5. Okay, if we're going to apply the KCC, this becomes negative 3 plus 5. Huh? Which results to 2. And you have your answer. You can box it or encircle it. Okay? Pwede box na lang. And then that's your final answer. Okay, very good. Okay, now I'll give you... it's already time na pala. So we will continue with the practice problems tomorrow. Okay, so I will stop our recording